We are live right now at TTVE_thin. I'm still out here recovering from surgery, so we're trying to, like, you know, chill and whatever. We got my boy Glaivekiyo. Chat, say hi to YouTube. YouTube, say hi back. Glaive, I will forever die on this hill. Glaive made fun of my spelling and said I was a Korobot because I didn't spell the word guarantee right. That's why he wound up losing my giveaway. Dude's a weirdo. With that being said, he makes okay video, I guess. How Gacha players hold back the games they love, defending mediocrity. It's kind of crazy. Because I joined tech stream earlier today. I don't have the screenshot of it. I did it earlier. In Reddit, there was a, yo, Amethyst, thank you for the raid. Can we get a fat shout out for Amethyst? Yo, hold on, let me pause. W Amethyst Abrams. Everyone in the YouTube video, go follow Amethyst Abrams. And then we're gonna watch Glaive shit on people.
This patch is literally just recycled events, and the new character is just mid. No. Well, what do you expect? It's a gacha game. Well, yeah.
That's me for real.
You don't like it.
That's me for real.
Well, I just think stop creating drama. No, I'm not creating drama, bro. I'm just giving criticism right now. Stop. Welcome to the endless cycle of gacha.
Bro, it's so crazy how that. I need to find that Reddit post. That is literally Woodaway. The exact thing that happens. Every comment on all my videos and everything. Glaive cooked on this one. Yeah. Glaive be cooking, man. It's the most cringe thing when you're perceived as like a drama person and you're just talking about like stupid things, right? Like I'm going to drop the video about the bad storytelling of all the Hoyo games and how they refuse to update their games, and I'm going to be told I'm drama farming, you know? I got, it's whatever,
Defenders,
man.
a realm where logic goes to die, and bad things are resurrected every day. Today, we're diving into the mental gymnastics that players do to defend their favorite gacha games, why their arguments fall apart faster than a Genshin Impact weapon banner, and why we need to break this cycle.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I get it. We all have that one game we ride or die for, right?
That's crazy he's got Tectone doing that.
Genshin Impact, Honk Yap Starbucks, or Sleeper Zone Zero. There is something about these games that hooks us, but there's a fine line between loving a game and...
But I like that it takes 160 days to craft my goblets. I love when my goblet is now going to roll into defense 20 times. I'm going to fucking come, you know?
Blindly defending it.
So excited for that.
Too many players cross that line. Here's the thing. When we defend mediocrity, when we brush off predatory systems, it's just a gacha game, bro. We're not just hurting ourselves. We are holding back the entire genre. And you know what's wild? These billion-dollar companies aren't sending them thank you gift cards for it. In fact, they're just doubling down on the same practices players are blindly defending. And how do they defend these games, you ask? Oh, you're in for a treat. It's not just blind loyalty. It's a whole collection of mental gymnastics disguised as arguments. Let's take a look at some of the most common statements gacha defenders throw around.
So he pumped this out 16 hours ago. I don't know if he included this, but I think one of the perfect points, and again, I don't want to use this person. I'm just using this person as an example because, again, I really like them and I really don't like what happened to them. The Marco Meatball thing. I really don't think Marco Meatball said anything too egregious, anything too outrageous. He simply just said he likes Wuthering Waves, and that's someone who is added to the space. I said this before the recording started. Legitimately, like, okay, I do slop, right? You want to say I do slop, it is what it is. I think slop takes talent, but this is someone who takes their years and years and years of hard-earned practices of music analysis, whatever, adds to the space consistently of Hoyoverse realms, and then they fucking throw a bitch fit when he plays Wuwa and then he likes Wuwa. It's just really depressing. It's really sad to see. He even critiqued parts of 2.0 and he was very fair. He was absolutely very fair. But again, you know, I had the same thing when I started playing Wuwa. I lost a lot of Twitch viewers. Yo, Corey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Welcome and dap me up. I lost a lot of Twitch viewers because, and I think it's one thing to be like, you know what? It's not my cup of tea, brother. I have people even who do it now. Like if I switch to another game, it's not my cup of tea, bro. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm just out on here. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But when Twitch viewers cause problems and arguments and harass you and say crazy things, and it gets to a point where it's like, bro, it's a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that big of a deal. It's so cringe.
And why they're not just wrong,
it's really
but
cringe.
Outright harmful.
So I don't know if he includes it in this or not, but
it's better than nothing. Let's
exactly, Core. Exactly.
This gem, shall we? From the beginning of Genshin Impact, the better than nothing defense is like giving.
Oh, yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying this because I really believe you. I don't know, man. I'm relatively new to the gacha space, and it's by far the worst community I've seen, and I played League. I'm with you 1,000%. Again, I've spoken about this multiple times. Tectone reacted to my video about this, where it's like, guys, when you just give criticism and real valid criticism, not rooted in bullshit and your personal biases, it's valid, right? That's why it's called valid criticism, and people get very upset with that. It's super tribalistic. It's super us versus them, as opposed to making the space whole. It's really fucking insane. I generally avoid communities. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. A lot of people don't want to get into Gacha because of this shit.
A participation trophy to MiHoYo for not even doing the bare minimum. It's giving. I know they're charging me hundreds of dollars for a PNG, but at least they give me something this patch. Bro, what the scraps are still scraps? Imagine paying for an all-you-can-eat buffet, but instead of a glorious spread of dishes, they hand you one sad stale bread. Are you really going to sit there munching away saying, well, at least it's not nothing? No, you're going to—
Dude, I literally just had a bagel. What do you think that is? A piece of stale bread. Dude, it's a fucking bad analogy, man. Bad analogy, Glaive. Bad analogy.
Demand for better food, or at the very least, your money back. But for some reason, when it comes to gacha games, people are weirdly content with low-effort updates. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, but with patch notes. This exact mindset is what led to the whole gacha is dead meme in the first place. The industry become a wasteland of lazy events and rehashed banners because people keep cheering for nothing. And if you set the bar on the floor, devs are going to trip over it. You don't reward mediocrity, you call it out. So they actually have to try. You're greedy.
I got y'all in 2 seconds.
You're rage baiting. Okay, so apparently saying, hey, this patch needs improvement is—
It's so frustrating when everyone just labels everything as rage baiting, because it's not. Like, it's not. I if I'm telling you my dissatisfaction with Genshin Impact and the way that they're selling these kits in a predatory way and fucking with the abyss and shit, that is not rage baiting. But the problem is a lot of these people, and here's the problem, even with content creators, a lot of people have fragile egos. And what do I mean by this? If I say something and X amount of content creators disagree, they're not willing to talk about it. They just say, well, that's drama. I don't want to talk to that, and I don't want to associate with that because it's stupid. But if you really sit down and discuss with them or go in their chat and ask them the root of the problem, the cause of it, there really is 95% of the time no actual rebuttal. It's just, you know, I like the game and I think it is what it is, and I'm okay with it. And that's fine. If you're okay with getting spat in the mouth and Hoyoverse finger popping your asshole in game, of course, by all means. But don't sit here and villainize people who speak out against it. It's very simple, right? And so it's just very cringe. It's really stupid. And the whole rage baiting or I'm better than thy bullshit, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, suck my dick, you know? Sounds like a good Friday night, true and real. If I criticize the game, it's because I see potential and it's held back by whatever reason. Exactly, 100%. The worst thing about gacha community is they have a fragile ego and can't afford. Yeah, exactly. Super fragile ego. And again, I understand, like, a lot of times gacha people want to feel like they didn't waste their money. They didn't waste their $500 or $1,000 or $3,000 on whatever game they're discussing. So they never really, like, you know, they try to defend it as much as possible, but it just winds up doing more damage than good. So it's just stupid. It's just dumb.
It's now equivalent of making a content creator smash her past tier list. Let me break it down to you. Criticism isn't drama. Discussions about what's wrong with a game, that's not rage bait, that's feedback. The only people making it dramatic are the ones turning every valid critique into a personal attack. Bro, it's like chill. Like daddy chill. Nobody's storming the devs headquarters with a pitchfork. Unless that one Genshin incident when the CEO almost got stabby. We were literally just pointing out how a billion—
Raw next question's insane. Can we get a shout out for Sam? What's up, baby? Seems like if you're objectively criticizing your rage baiting, farmer drama, etc., if you point out the things you're glazing, nobody can do anything right. Also, what up, Sam? I mean, sunk cost fallacy is real at the point you have to defend a position of spending. Bro, you don't. You could just say, hey, I fucking spent money on the game because I liked it and I'll never get it back when Genshin Impact EOS is in 3 years. It is what it is. I fucking spent my money. Who cares? Fucking, bro. Who cares? It is what it is, right? You know, it's just fucking stupid. Again, I love you, Sam. How are you, baby?
$1 billion game is reusing the same stale ideas and expecting applause. The funny part, the same defenders are the one who will complain about burnout later because recycled content isn't exciting. Wow. Here's
DD. Oh, what it is.
Drama. It's just a way to shut down conversations. It's easier to slap I literally just said that on someone than to actually engage with what they are saying. Hey, newsflash, discussing improvements isn't scandalous.
Exactly,
you know what is scandalous? Your mom's cheating scandal. Nah, I'm saying no. So maybe instead of pearl clutching over critiques,
I liked HSR when I spent 13 whole bands on it, and now I don't even like it anymore and don't play. Yo, PM me, bro. Let me get on an HSR account. Sorry, bro. Let me get on that HSR account. But yeah, exactly. So pretty straight up, pretty easy.
We should focus on holding the devs accountable for doing better. Otherwise, we're just letting the cycle repeat, and that is the real drama. If you don't like it, don't play it. Ah, the classic. Okay, so just quit if you don't like it. Oh, because clearly the only options in life are blind loyalty or full abandonment. Right?
Which one you're choosing? Which one are you choosing, Chad? Fuck it up. Oh my, like, come on, bro.
People who criticize the game the most, they're usually the ones who care about it the most. They have invested time, money, emotional energy to it, so they would want to improve it, not crash and burn. You know who doesn't criticize the game? The people who actually don't like it. I don't think this is a hard logic to get. This mindset is like telling someone in a relationship, I think your man is getting a little bit too comfortable, just break up. No room for communication, no effort to make things better. Just throw the whole thing away. But here's the thing, criticism is the opposite of hate. It's a way of saying, I care enough about this to point out what's wrong.
Oh, exactly, Knight. Exactly. I feel you. So I know you.
We're not quitting. We are here because we see the potential for greatness, and we're not letting billion-dollar companies skate on mediocrity. It's your fault that the insert predatory system here happened to you.
Hey, bro, do you have Himiko? If not, congratulations. Hey, congratulations on your camper!
Ah, yes. It's
Dude, we talked about it on the podcast. Listen, man. Oh, good job. How you feeling, brother? The game sets the environment. The game literally sets the environment. Okay. Yes. Yes, no one is like forcing you to play a gacha game and download the gacha games, but there's a reason why they're so successful. There's a reason why people download it and why they spend money on it, because of the fact that all of the marketing and the research and time has gone into the fact that like they understand what they're doing. So it's so stupid when they're just like, it's the player. It's like, bro, fuck off, man. Like, you're so dumb.
Oh, silly me.
So
what
dumb.
Fool am I for not being a psychic and planning my polls 6 months in advance, or for expecting a game I enjoy to have systems that aren't
exactly chair for sure.
Let's really think about this logic. A company designs a deliberately manipulative system to squeeze as much money as possible out of its player base.
No,
and somehow it's my fault for falling into the trap.
Yeah, because you're dumb. What the hell?
This double banner setup feels like a cash grab. They're clearly incentivizing players to win. Well, you should have saved your Primo gems for 6 months ago. This is all you. Ah, yes. Next time I'll consult my crystal ball and perfectly predict
I'll skip Roshia. I'm not gonna roast you. I put out like 3 videos on it. I'm skipping her.
My bad. What the? Let's not pretend the blame belongs anywhere other than the billion-dollar company crafting these systems. These games are designed by the entire teams of psychologists and economists to prey on human behavior.
No.
You are playing 4D chess against a corporation with unlimited resources, and somehow the player is the one at fault. I'm gonna pluck your eyeballs out, motherfucker. Listen, calling out predatory practices doesn't mean you're bad at managing your resources. It means you're recognizing that these systems are unfair and manipulative, and you're asking for better. And instead of blaming the victims, maybe we should start holding the companies accountable for creating the problem in the first place. So no, it's not our fault, it's theirs. And defending these systems only enables them to keep getting worse. Let's not let that happen, shall we?
Skill issue, just get an 8-ball. Again, people don't understand that Hoyoverse sets the standard of the industry, and therefore when you continue to defend Hoyoverse, now granted, and one day might not be Hoyoverse. Let's say Ananta is the next big juggernaut of gacha, and they have predatory practices and they do fucked up horrendous things. We should all be going just as hard as Ananta or Wuwa if they go down that route as everyone else. But at the moment in time, Hoyoverse is that industry standard, is that industry juggernaut. So that's why Hoyoverse gets the most of the attention at the moment. It's like, listen, you know, you gotta call it out. Because if you don't, nothing will ever change. And then, that's just, oh man. And now it's going to shake the gacha scene. I hope it does. I really, 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 really hope it does. I absolutely hope it does. One company does a shitty thing, the other see it makes a ton of money, copy or repeat. Yeah, but when I was told that, when I made that sentiment, I was told to front flip into a car in Roblox because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't understand business. Okay, I guess. Like, okay,
well, it's free, so why are you complaining? The golden shield of it's free, so shut up. This argument is practically a relic in the gacha world, but let's dissect on why it's so hilariously wrong. First of all, just because something is free doesn't mean it's above criticism. If you watch a free YouTube video, can't you still say, hey, maybe the audio quality was bad?
Yeah, this video sucks.
A free webcomic, are you allowed to point out the plot holes? Oh, but it's free, you're not even paying for it. Oh, so I'm supposed to thank them for, you know, nothing. Hey, let's not pretend gacha games are truly free. Sure, you can play for free, but these games are designed to nudge, tempt, and outright push you towards spending money. Every banner, every paid battle pass, every limited time outfit,
free
they're
slop,
dangling shiny
free slop,
things
baby.
in front of you,
Free
hoping
slop.
that you'll cave. So the free part, it's a marketing hook, not a saintly gift from the heavens. Also, here's the truth. Consuming the content, whether you paid or not, gives you the right to share your thoughts. That's how opinions work. Watching a pirated anime doesn't invalidate your critique of the plot, and playing a free game doesn't mean you can't point out its flaws. It's out in the wild. It's fair game for criticism. Period. Slay. No printer. And here comes the final boss of all gacha defenses. The strongest mafia boss in Ohio. It's a gacha game. This phrase is the ultimate trump card. The all-purpose get out of jail free card for literally any problem in the gacha space. Story full of filler? It's a gacha game. Gameplay stale and repetitive? It's a gacha game. Predatory monetization? Power creep? Events that recycle the same 3 mechanics over.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Gacha game. Just don't worry. The gacha game. That needs a rave for sure. Oh, gotcha. So if I make a ton of money by doing something morally frowned upon, it's still good because it makes money and everyone else doesn't understand business. Exactly. It's fucking stupid. But don't worry. It's a gacha game.
Over and over again. Guess what? It's a gacha game,
baby.
And somehow that's supposed to end the conversation. Like they just pulled an Exodia in the duel. Let's think about this for a second, okay? This statement isn't just an excuse. It's a weaponized cop-out. It's the rhetorical equivalent of throwing your hands up and saying, well, that's just how it is. You feel me? And
what about
worse,
those?
it works. The other person nods along like, oh yeah, you know what? That's true. I guess we can expect better than a gacha game. Are you serious? Why are we out here treating mediocrity and predatory practices like they're baked into the DNA of gacha games? The story is just dialogue bloat.
Black. How much money did Black Myth Wukong make? So Black Myth Wukong has sold 23.3 million units worldwide, Steam data. The site projected the game's gross revenue to be 1.1 billion. Here's the craziest part, right? Black Myth Wukong is a AAA title. Genshin Impact has made 30 Black Myth Wukongs in the past 4 years. If anything, these gacha games should have, I'm not even going to say Black Myth Wukong quality, because I know that is not the case at all. It will never happen. It's just out of the realism. Like, there's no expectation of that, but they should have some quality to it. These games are more profitable than most AAA titles, guys. Like, it's fucking insane. Why do people defend this? Why, it's a gacha game. It's like, holy shit. Like, look at Black Myth Wukong made a billion. Black Myth Wukong is insane. Quality, yeah, bro. What's insane is you could buy a game for $30, $40 and get characters in there for free. That too. But dude, $40 is not even getting you 40 pulls. $40 is getting you like 25 pulls or maybe 30 pulls in the gacha game, right? Just fucking stupid, man. I really dislike this stuff. And again, you have these people, whether it's creators or commenters and whatnot. Oh, well, you're drama farming. It's like, no, it's not drama farming. It's simply just discussing and shedding a light to these predatory things.
The patch feels like filler and the rewards are trash. Well, it's a gacha game. Of course, my bad for expecting anything better from a multi-million-dollar company. Let's all just clap politely while they give us absolutely nothing. Okay, so gacha games are inherently monetized around luck-based pulls. Yes, I know the industry has a history of predatory practices, but does that mean we should just accept it without question? Absolutely
yeah, go play PoE.
Not. Saying that it's a gacha game to justify anything. It's like saying, oh, it's a fast food burger to excuse fighting a cockroach in your meal. Sure, fast food isn't Michelin star dining, but there is still a basic standard that it should be. When you use it's a gacha game as a shield, you're normalizing horrible practices. You're saying it's okay for these companies to prey on people, to design systems that exploit FOMO, to milk players dry, their wallets, I mean. Some people have lost their life savings to these games. Some gone into debt. Fob Master could have bought a house.
Can I stop spending $200 for a copy of Ellen, please?
Yo, bro, it's so sad he got Ellen and then fucking Miyabi came out. Oh shit.
It doesn't even feel good. How many Ellen copies do I have now, man? I only have C3.
Bro.
I'm ill.
And you're just sitting there saying, well, that's
good
how
reference.
it is.
It is.
No, that's not how it is.
It's not
That's
how
not
it
how
is.
it's supposed to be. Do you know why gacha games are allowed to be so predatory nowadays? Because of this mindset, this apathy.
Yup.
That is what enables developers to keep pushing boundaries and testing how far they can exploit their
At least he
player
knows.
base.
He
You're
makes it
not
back.
just
He'll be
defending
alright.
the system, you're
He makes it
feeding
back.
And
He'll be
let's talk
okay.
about how this phrase enables laziness. Oh, this story sucks. It's a gacha game. Oh, so it's normal for a $1 billion studio to deliver poorly
Give the skip button, mother. Just give the fucking skip button. For Christ's sake. If you will not make the story good, just put a skip button. Thank you.
filler-filled dialogue dumps
thank
with
you.
still image cutscenes. No, that is not
Get outta
just
here with
because
that.
it's gacha. It's because they know they could get away
need
with
to
it.
leave.
Players like you are already defending them. So why would they try harder? Oh my god. Gameplay repetitive? It's a gacha game. Oh, it's so totally acceptable for a game to ignore innovation and pump out the same mechanics year after year. Why? Because you're convinced yourself that gacha equals no effort required. But then a game like Wuthering Waves comes along and shows that no, actually,
Yeah.
you can innovate in this
Yo,
space.
Frozen.
You can deliver
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Damn you up. Thank you. Thank you. Means the world to me.
compelling
Thank you, brother.
gameplay and a fair gacha system, improvements over patches without falling into the same tired patterns. Yet, despite this innovation, people are already
you, homie. I appreciate
doomsaying
you.
Wuthering Waves' future simply because it's a gacha game. They are predicting disasters that haven't even shown signs of happening. Oh, just wait, they're going to release a broken character that power creeps everyone else and
Actually,
ruins the balance of the game. Really? Based on what? There's no evidence, no signs. Every character that has been released has only gotten stronger with the nightmare echoes with the new echo sets.
Yeah, they did a
Somehow
good
you're
job.
already
They did a
convinced
good
that
job.
it's inevitable because, well, that's just a gacha game. You know, this is not criticism, it's fear-mongering, rooted in the baggage of other games. Wuthering Waves isn't perfect, but it's already proving that this genre doesn't have to follow the same destructive patterns. So why are people so eager to
Yeah,
lump
Gion's
it in
still
with
great.
the worst
Gion's still
examples
great.
instead of giving it the chance to
I don't
prove
like him,
it
but
to
he's
be
great.
different?
He's
If this
great, though.
phrase excuses everything, where do you draw the line? At what point does it stop being acceptable? Is there no room for improvement at all? Or are we just supposed to be a good boy and accept whatever table scraps these company throw at us? Because that's just how
fucking
it's always
crazy.
been. It's always a gacha game. The truth is, this mindset is holding the entire genre back. It's why we have so many cookie cutter gacha games flooding the market. It's why innovation is rare
Wait, let me
and
see if I can
companies
find that
feel
Reddit
no
post.
pressure to improve. The moment that you accept that it's a gacha game as an answer, you're giving these companies permission to do the bare minimum. This
People like getting shit on. It's so. I actually think it might be a kink in the gacha space. I think these motherfuckers like being disrespected by the companies. And actually, this was the thread. Just to pause Glaive's video, it's things like this. Why do gacha content creators constantly push the narratives that gacha players are harming the game's chances at improving? This is why. This is exactly why. Personally, I don't get it. If someone is content with the game, they're allowed to express that they like it and make devs happy and that they enjoy it. But I don't think being content with the current state of the game means they are harming the game's chances of improving. Devs are almost always looking at feedback. It's already an inaccurate statement within the first two sentences, and that is the problem in the space. That is proof. Proof. I didn't even look at the upvotes because we're not even gonna finish that. But it's shit like that causes the problem, you know? Whether it was the closest gacha game to being a real game, the ones that you pay $40, I agree, Chair, I agree. The only way to play these gacha games is Battle Pass and the monthly login thing. Other than that, being stupid, especially if you're not financially stable, 1000%. Also, it's good, Tiger. Welcome in, man. It's those that type of attitude is the problem, and that's what makes the space worse. Literally
mindset, the
that.
acceptance of mediocrity
Bro, is
is
literally the
exactly
problem.
why Genshin Impact has stagnated. Instead of being a genre leader that is constantly pushes the
Yeah.
boundaries, it's coasting on the goodwill that is built at launch. And the part of that stagnation is because of the community itself, especially the content creators. Because let's be real, many Genshin Impact
envy.
content creators are too afraid to address the game's glaring issues because they don't want to rock the boat. Instead, they
Everyone's like
hype
a
out
wolf.
every new patch, every character, no matter how repetitive or uninspired. And when somebody actually stands up and says, hey, this isn't good enough, they're immediately labeled as toxic or accused of creating drama. Oh my god, don't watch that guy. He's so negative. Watch my content instead. I'll tell you why every patch is amazing and why you should spend your primo gems right now. I should be the only mother trucker getting
praise for this.
creates a toxic, hyper-defensive fan base that fights every criticism. They'll go to war in the comment section to protect the honor of $1 billion corporation, all because someone dared to say we deserve better. All right, it's time to talk directly to you, the fans, the players, the heart of the community. If you
talking to
love
me,
game,
oh my god,
love
Glaive,
stop letting these companies off the hook for mediocrity. Stop applauding when they give you scraps. Stop calling filler patches content. Stop pretending that the bare minimum is enough. The games we love deserve more than that, and so do we. These companies rake in millions, sometimes billions.
I got you in 2 seconds chat.
Our passion, our wallets, and our time. So why do we settle for less? Why do we reward laziness and brush off predatory practices with
because they're fucking dumb and just want to feel like that their money was validated. Guys, you have taken an L if you spend money on Gacha. I enjoy Gacha games. I love them. I've spent tons of money on my account. I've spent money on giveaways. I've spent money on other people's accounts. But realistically, at the end of the day, I could have spent that money. I could have put it into the stock market. I could have got a fucking Starbucks coffee in the morning. I could have done anything else with the money. And it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with spending money on things you have fun with. But when you take that and you use this idea that you know, since I spent money on it, I have to make it like have a greater value in my life or make it greater than everything else. It's just fucking stupid and toxic. It's so bad for your mental health. Dude, I took an L. I spent like fucking $3 grand on Genshin. Fucking it is what it is. I spent $1,000 on maybe giveaways. I spent tons of money on other people's accounts. Fucking who cares? Who cares, guys? I don't play Genshin anymore. You know what? What am I gonna do? Fucking front flip into a car on Roblox? Like, bro, like, come on, get over yourself.
Like it's a gacha game. If you're
Holy
going to pour
shit.
your time and money into something,
it's just so fucking stupid, man.
Better stories, better gameplay,
it's so dumb.
Better systems, better rewards. Don't just be a passive consumer. Be an active fan. Be the kind of fan that pushes your favorite game to reach its full potential, not the kind who defends its worst habits. A good friend will call out your mistakes, not hype you up. Because here's the truth: when you excuse mediocrity,
I have a question.
When you defend stagnation, when you enable exploitation, you're not helping your favorite game, you're killing it. You're smothering its potential under a blanket of blind loyalty and toxic positivity. If the players are the lifeblood of a game, then ask yourself this: are you giving it life, or are you slowly draining it dry? The choice is yours.
Do you think that the reason why Genshin doesn't change or never changes, and they've just started to bring quality of life to the game now, is because there was no other creator other than Tectone shitting on it at like the beginning, like maybe Tectone and Mtash? I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, other than those two, everyone was just like contracted up, getting ads, trying to get money from them, which I understand it is what it is, but I feel like Hoyoverse had the position of, you won't talk shit about our games because we'll just give you so much fucking money, you won't say a word. And then the community ostracizes and says these people are fucking evil because that they're speaking out. You know, I think Wu's launch played a big role for sure, possibly, absolutely, because no one shit on them. Yeah, I think genuinely part of it is just because, like, imagine, we will never know, but imagine what Hoyoverse games could potentially be like if maybe the community wasn't filled with a bunch of yes men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe we would have been in a different space, but hey, fuck, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, Glaive. You smell. I love you.